All right, guys. I spent several hours and I made a stencil. And then I sized it to scale and put it on this PNG in Embird, and just to see how it would look on the quilt. And I love it. I just love it. It's curvy enough. It's got the right spacing. The spacing on it, there was one area of it that one sec, let me zoom in to, I think it was right there. Yeah, this right here. This is how I scaled it. And I just kept measuring this. And this distance here measures 3/4 of an inch. I decided to go with that instead of 1 inch because it just looks better on like one of the appliques, like this one, say. Look at that, looks like a little bird in there. This was not easy to do, and I did some things a little bit different. I actually made this and then I had to stretch it. Control A, Control 1. I had to stretch it vertically to get the 1 inch spacing because I'm going to show you the original sketch. I sketched it in open board. It's what I used to use to math tutor students with. It's like a, what do they call it? Something board, the tutors. So I sketched it there. Then I saved it as a PDF or exported it as a PDF from there. Opened it in Inkscape, the free Inkscape. Then saved it as an SVG from Inkscape. And then opened that SVG up in Embird, and then I perfected it here in Embird. And this is how I got it to be so beautiful and perfect. So let me show you my original sketch. It's insane. Let's see if I can go to it. There it is there. There it is. And I drew that with my finger. Okay. And I mean, it still kind of looks like that, but I had to do a lot of changes because when you finally put this in an array of a pattern, with like several across a row and then several down, then you see what overlaps, and how they intersect and intertwine. And so then you have to completely delete some parts and change the shape and change the curve. But you'll see how like narrow it is. And so I basically stretched it vertically. So when you have a vector, like the kind what I have in Embird now, I have this as a vector. I can make it any shape, like I can have it fit any stencil. And I wanted my stencil to have at least two runs of two patterns so that I could see how they attach. And I just love it. I just love it so much. I can't believe I did it. And it's not perfect. You can see like right there, it doesn't quite match up quite well. I think this gap right here is actually narrower on the actual stencil. But let's go to my other camera. So I already pounced it on this practice piece I have on my long arm. Let me go to that. there it is, all pounced out. I'm not crazy about using pounced, but you know, because I have to spritz it with water. And then after I spritz it with water, and then I tamp it down with this. This is just cotton, like batting in there. It's, you know, and I kind of rigged it up over a circle ruler. I always forget that I have this ruler because I use it for this. So after I spritz it with water, then I tamp it down, because I still, sometimes I wear a mask when I do the stencils because this powder still comes up. And there is no way I'm spraying hairspray on my quilt, because that's even worse than the powder. I mean, you're going to, with every stitch, you're going to be inhaling chemical fumes. And you may think that it's, you know, it's all dry and you're not inhaling it, but you are. You definitely are. And that's the same thing with tobacco when it gets in your clothes or in a quilt fabric. But yeah, so I'll be going to the other camera and we'll stitch this out and see how I do. I haven't even followed it yet, like with my finger or anything, to see, you know, how I can do it. So you see how curvy this one is and how different it is from my original, because my original was more elongated. And that's what I mean by just doing a vertical stretch. So I didn't take the corner node and make the whole thing bigger, because then I wasn't able to fit two patterns within my 24-inch stencil. Because I think I could only make it 21 inches, actually, the pattern, because, you know, you have to have room on either side and so on. But yeah, so then when I stretched it vertically, I loved it because it got curvier. You know, everything gets exaggerated when you stretch it like that in just one direction. So I am so pumped. And I'm leading up to showing my Embird members how I did this in Embird Studio. Studio Next is where I did it. But I'm thinking November's video will show how I did it. And so if anybody wants to join the membership, by all means, go to my website, WeQuiltStudio.com, and join up. Yeah. All right, so let's go to the other camera. Okay, so I got my spritzer and got my tamper. So I don't want to get the camera wet, but now I didn't do it real good up there at the top, so I have to be careful how I spritz that. Okay. And then I'll just tamp it down. Yeah, I really didn't get it good at the beginning. Hopefully I can see those good enough. So this kind of keeps it down a little bit, but you know, it dries really fast. Okay. So let's turn on the long arm. Okay, I just followed it with my finger, and you know, because it's cut off right here. So after I do this bird, I have to come down. I put a pin there and do this, and this is like a long stretch, right? Yeah. And then I got another bird up there, and then I start over. I think I can do it, and I'm not sure about the camera angle, if it's good or not. If it's zoomed out too much, maybe. I'm not sure, because if I go to the other camera, that one's really close, and then that's even closer when I zoom in. I don't know. Can't decide. I guess I can start with this one. I hope I can see because I turned off the light on my long arm. Now I have this here to fill in and up here to fill in from the previous. So maybe I'll fill that in first. I'll do that. I'll go and do something in there. I'll just wing it. Yeah, boy, this is going to be really skinny right here, but oh well. All right, here we go. Grab my bobbin. Yeah, I hope I can see okay. Okay, oh, it's on based. I'm on coast regulate, 12 stitches per inch, and 11 is my speed. All right, so I'm just gonna go all the way. Not bad, maybe 10 inches. I could even go farther, but I'm not going to. There's one spot that looks iffy. All right, let's go for it. Okay. Even that got powder up in my throat. Oh my God. This is not good. See, that's why I don't like stencils. Even though, you know, I rely on them because I don't have the confidence to just freehand it. So, yeah. What are you gonna do? All right, here we go. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that powder, just, it's everywhere. If I tamp it too much, then I won't be able to see it. So now I'm down here where this pin is. So that's where I go out really long. That's the part I wanted to fill in, so I kind of winged it. Oh, I got a point there. I didn't want one. See, with these points, I can walk. Okay, so I'm going to try to fill that in. I know that was not part of the pattern, but oh well. But I messed that up. I kind of did something there. And I did something crazy in there. Okay, so now this, I think, is this part of this pattern here. So this section here, I think I have to fill in. Yeah, I do. Okay. Ugh. See, I'm choking already. And, you know, I'm sure it's not good to spray your machine there. Okay. I wonder how I'm doing on my points. If I'm pausing correctly or, you know, that. Okay, I did it. Let me turn my iron on. It's narrow. It's 3/4, but I mean, I could always make it wider. If I make it wider this time, though, I would probably not have two units. I'd probably just take one of these units and just make it bigger, you know, by grabbing the corner and making it proportionally bigger. Because I don't think I wanted any curvier vertically up and down than this. Yeah, I don't know how. See, I can't really tell because I filled in a lot up there, so it's not really. Let me get this out and see. So from here to say here, because I've had to fill in, so some of this is like I had to fill that in. So you can kind of see it's the bottom, and it just looks irregular. I don't know if it's too tight. I don't think it is. This doesn't look good right there. But yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, when I come in and do this one, I'm not liking it because I don't like it over here either. So I'm doing something wrong there. Where is it here? There it is there. I have to try to do something better with that. All right, well, here we go. Okay, we're starting the second row, and I have the other camera that's more zoomed in. So now this will be exactly the way it would be. I don't have to fill anything in or anything, so I have to concentrate on doing this one better. Okay, here we go. Oh, I kind of messed that up. And I still see the powder coming up. Hope I don't get electrocuted. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't be tamping it, but I think that pushes it down. Now this one is the long one. That's the one that I wanted to make prettier. Well, not that pretty. I'm kind of messing up my points. I might have to change my settings. Yeah, I'm messing that up. I'm trying to make it pointier, and all I'm doing is messing it up. So I guess I'll just let it go for now until I can. I feel it's easier if I go on top and then come around. Okay, there's that one. Yeah, I kept messing that up, trying to make it better. I think I should have it curve up, but I'm going to have to, it would have to be like a whole new stencil, or else just try and get better at it. Come up and, because maybe just coming down doesn't look good because the one above it is doing the same thing. Yeah, I probably should have gone more S-shaped in through here. So, I don't know if I could, I don't think I could change that on the stencil. I'd have to probably make a new one. But that's okay. We're getting there. Let's see. This is where I tried to fix that going in. I think that's the only thing I really want to concentrate on is coming in and going like that. And that's going to be hard. But I'll try to remember. Not crazy about that. I like when they look like S's, but not when they look like C's. But that was the end. And I kind of wish I would have ended with an S shape instead of a C shape, this line right here. So, I mean, it's not bad for a quick stencil, but it could be better. I mean, I guess I could try and make them S-shaped, some of these C's, but I don't know. I'll try it on my next run here. So Okay, here we go again. I should probably clean some of that lint off of there. Oh, I kind of messed up already. Okay, that's the last one where I have to come down. Yeah, I really messed that up over there. There, I tried to do it there. Oh, that was bad. Better. I mean, this powder is just powdering up. Crazy. Shouldn't be doing that. Unless I'm laying it down too much, maybe just one swipe, maybe because I'm doing more than one swipe. That's probably why. Alrighty, there's that one. So, look how I tried to make it an S there. It looks like a pelican. I mean, I do like it. I do want it to be an S there. So I'm going to have to fix that. And I'm not crazy about this hook either, but I don't know if I can fix that. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's like the third one. These look good over here. There's the pelican again. And there it is again there. I don't think I'm doing such a great job with that. Because it looks like I'm messing up on this inside curve. Yeah, I really am. And I believe let's see, is that when yeah, I think I go back and then I come to the right here. And when I go up, I'm not doing a good job of that. But all in all, I mean, the overall, there is a lot of texture. I don't know if it looks better like this. It's not bad. I don't know. Not the greatest. That is sticking out at me. Oh, well. This time when I do this, I'm going to do it as is. So I'm not going to try to make those S's because obviously I'm ruining my points. So I got my new bobbin in. Oh, I have to set it. Okay. All right, here we go. Whoop. I forgot to spritz it. So it's all chalking on me. This is my last run. I don't know why I'm spritzing it now. Oh well. All right. I'm still not doing my points right. I have to work on that. I'm like this one, you could see I really messed it up. Some of them I'm okay. This one not great. So I'll go ahead and iron this and then we'll take a look at the whole thing. Okay. It's all ironed to get the pounce off. I don't know how good that view is. I'm still not happy with this guy. I don't know. I'm not doing it right. Maybe it needs, I don't know what it needs. I think it needs another S in there. It can't be just a long hook. I'm going to have to work on that because as it is now, it does interlock. I was able to get it to interlock, but I mean, it's a start. I don't know how much time I want to spend perfecting that, but I like that S. It's pretty. But that one is really not good. That one is pretty. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, I don't know. I hate to spend more time on it. But if it's just a subtle thing where I could just put an S in there, then that won't take long at all. Then you got to cut the stencil. And really, I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about the stencils now because I haven't done one in a while, and I guess I've forgotten how bad that powder makes my throat feel. So I don't know. Maybe I should just try to do it freehand. I mean, it might actually look better if I use that echo guide. And I did do freehand on one of them up there. So, yeah. What a journey. I thought this was going to be the answer, but I mean, between the powder in my throat and now I have to redo it. The redoing, like I said, won't take long, but I'm not sure about the powder. I'm not sure. Okay, guys, I'm trying something new. I'm going to try it freehand, and I have the 3/4 inch Echo foot adapter on. And I also noticed that let me see if I could put that in the camera. My stencil, the one that I made, it has this pattern that it's almost a pattern until you get down to here. So I go long to the right, then I go left medium as in length, then I go right short and left medium. So you'll notice it's kind of like tumbling down, and now it's going to climb upward. So LMS and then SML. I didn't even know I had that pattern. So in my head, I just have to say long, medium, short, medium, long, and then I go to medium. So, oh yeah, that's right. That's still in the pattern because after long, then you'd go back down to medium. It's right here where this one should technically be a short if I'm following the same pattern, long, medium, short, but it's a medium on my pattern. And that's right where the area where I don't like it. And I thought about doing a long there and then a short. I don't know, but I'm going to tape this up and, you know, right in front of me on my handles here so I can kind of look at it every so often. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this or not, but I might have to stop. So I might have to go into regulate. That's right. Because if I have to stop and look at this, I'm going to have to do that. Okay, so here goes. So I've got the 3/4 because these were more 3/4, the previous spacing, and I'm using the zoomed out camera, but I fixed it a little bit so it's better, but I don't know. I don't know how good the focus is. I wish the other camera that has the good focus would let me zoom out more. I'll try it for maybe one run and then I'll go back to the other one. So I'm going to keep my foot, you know, I mean, not my foot, my echo guide against there. Oh. Well, I was paused and I just stitched a whole row, probably 2 rows. I don't even know if this was tape. This wasn't even taping. Oh gosh. All right. Well, there you go. So I don't have it on tape. But I did it on my own. Yeah, I don't know what's going to be showing now. And I think I like it on my own. So that one was Coast Regulate at 12 and 10. I tried this last row on Regulate. Let's see. If I go up and down, no, up, up, down, not sure. I'm getting pretty close down here. Let's see what I can do. I can't really do much. Okay, so that was Coast Regulate 12 and 10. That is better for me. So that's what I should be doing. I used to do that way, and I don't know why I sped it up. Maybe because I haven't quilted in a while and I need to go back to the slower speed. I mean, I probably haven't quilted in like, I don't know, a month, 2 months. I don't even know. But yeah, so I did it. This is all freehand. I started it like here. Here is all freehand. So this is all freehand. But this was when I was doing it with 12 and 11 on Coast Regulate. And my points don't look good. This point is really bad. So yeah, this is all freehand. Let's see, I think I can zoom out more. Oh yeah, it makes like a halo. Okay. I guess I should just practice, but I don't want to waste all my fabric. So yeah, this is all freehand. I wonder what would happen if I turned this off. That's probably better. So you can see the yardstick up there. So this is all freehand. I don't know why I did. Where is it? That? No. Oh, this down here. I mean, I don't know, but what's this? There's a big, huge gap there. And then I had to do this because I panicked. I don't know what to do. I think what I'll do is I'll go and I'll blanket stitch all my applique down, and I'll use the black thread. Although now this flax does look good on here, but I don't know. I don't know if it'll look good on there or not. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm second guessing even the thread. Maybe I should use the flax. I mean, you can see the black here when I made these thingies. This is flax on there. So that would be like kind of like a quilt with a black border. I don't know what to do. Oh well, we'll see. Okay, so I trimmed it up. It's not even a crib size. It's tiny. It's like 29 by 40, something like that. And I'm not sure how well it's showing on camera, but this side here, these are the serpentine lines that I did from the ruler. And then I filled in with freehand at that time. And then from like here to here, like basically the middle third is the stencil that I made. And you can see it's got like, you know, a lot of my mistakes in it. And then this last third down here is freehand. And I mean, I think I like my freehand, either my freehand or maybe I could just do serpentine lines all the way across and not have them follow a ruler. Like just do my own freehand serpentine and just go all the way across. I don't know how I'll take a break to walk, you know, to take a step. But that was the other idea I had, was just make them small, you know, just like almost like what a sewing machine would do, maybe slightly bigger, but then not have them match up at all. Just, you know, wing it. A lot of people do that, I've noticed. So either that or I would just do these S's. Okay, there is a little bit better shot. Now the very center though is still my stencil. And you can see right here is the freehand I did in between the serpentines. But you can't really see my let me move this. My freehand, let's see. Okay, so I think like right about here is where I started my freehand. And honestly, I think it looks better than the stencil. And I think the reason it looks better is because it's longer. So then I thought about taking the stencil because, as you recall, I put 2 units together on the stencil, and then I stretched it so that it's real curvy now, because I wanted to get it wider. But what I could do is just have 1 unit of the stencil, keep it that elongated, more long look, and then just make that 1 unit bigger by, grabbing the corner and making that bigger to fill out my stencil material. But then again, that's doing stencils and powder. And I just watched a video from Dr. Lee about microplastics. They're in everyone's brain, everyone's. He said to eat fiber will eat up the microplastics. It'll attach to them. But then when you eat a lot of fiber, you have to drink a lot of water. So, but I eat a lot of nuts now, nuts and seeds. That has fiber in it. Vegetables, fresh fruit. So anyways, what was my point? Oh, the stencils. Yeah, I don't know. I could freehand my own serpentine lines. I can freehand these S's. Let me see if I can bring them over. So there you could see them a little better. Let's see. So you can kind of see, I don't even know where it starts. I know this is the stencil, I'm pretty sure, because well, I don't know now. I'm getting confused. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I know that's mine because I made that hook, but I think right about here is where the freehand starts, maybe, but I'm not sure. But I think it looks better because these I think are too short. So if I did make another stencil, I'd probably make it out of 1 unit and just make it more elongated like these are. Or just do my own stipple. So that still gives me 3 options. Do my own, little wavy, not stipple, like a sewing machine would. Just do them straight across. Don't go back and forth or anything. Do that. Or make another stencil with 1 unit and elongate it. Or just do freehand S's like that instead of long lines. So I don't know. I don't know. I've been wanting to perfect this serpentine thing for a long time. I do like this batting a lot. This is the Deluxe Dream Cotton Deluxe. So it's not the Select. The Select is like the most common one. It's thinner, but it's not real thin. And this is the next step up. I really like it. I like the feel of it, the texture. I mean, everything. I love it. Love, love, love it. And I think I have more of this. So I could do that quilt with it. Or not. I could use the Select since I have all that applique on it. I'm not sure. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might sell it. I might just sell it. So, yeah. Well, there you go. Still a dilemma, but I'm getting somewhere, making decisions. Well, kind of. Yeah, and now I'm going back and forth on the thread. I still want to use black, to be honest. I just want to, I don't know, I just feel like that's what I want. When I do when I tack down all the applique with the blanket stitch, I'll know then how I feel about the black, because I'll use black thread for that. And I think I'm going to use my black cotton thread. I'm not going to use so fine to tack down that. I want it to kind of stand out. And if I use the cotton for that, then, and I bought the signature cotton, but if I use it for that, I'll use it for the long arm then too, if I end up using black on there. So yeah, sometimes freehand is better, I guess. You know, you're just more natural and flowing, and yeah, there's a lot of mistakes, a lot that, I don't know what that is. I'd probably put on the 1-inch foot again. Well, I don't know. It actually, with this, you can do 1-inch. It's almost easier to use the 3/4, because then you can hug things better with the 3/4. I'm going to keep that one on. And, you know, still try to make it anywhere between 3/4 and 1-inch. That's if I do it freehand, both ways. If I do it freehand like this, or if I do it freehand with tiny ripples. Because if I use a stencil, I won't need it on. Hey guys, in the next video, I'm going to show you how I'm actually using this Echo Guide as a template to draw a serpentine line. And I drew these lines on with a Sharpie. And I actually drew them on like the back of this, so there wouldn't be like shadowing of it. But yeah, I used it. It's a process. You have to first have a straight line, you know, either a basting line or whatever, or draw it. And then this line gets lined up with that, and then you draw, and then you come down. You know, you have your pen there, and then you draw, and then you come down, draw this. So you're lining this up and this one up each time. So you just flip flop back and forth and draw your curve, and then you stitch on that curve, and then that's your curve to follow. And you'll see in the video I found that to echo this narrow curve, it's better for me to use this foot. It was actually easier, and I just stay a 1/4 inch away from it because it fits up into here better, the smaller one, than putting this one on. Now, if I had a wider curve, then I'd probably use this one to echo and stay an inch away. But using this 3/4 inch foot and just kind of eyeballing a 1/4 inch away from this, I'd still get my inch away total. So I go through that in the next video. And then I also, you know, with having to draw with this was a pain. And I bought a wave ruler on Amazon that makes small, tiny waves like this. There's 2 different sizes, and I'll show you that real quick. So here it is, and there's so many distributors that are selling this on Amazon. This particular company is adding on these no-slip grips, and so that's why I bought it from them. And so it's by Yosin, and it's a 1/4 inch thick, so you can use it on the Longarm or on your domestic. But it is really narrow, and some people have complained on how narrow it is. You know, it's hard to hold. So I don't know if if I'm going to find it hard, and it being long rulers are hard for me to even stitch with. So I may just use it for drawing. I don't know. But it was only $10. It's so cheap. So I got it, and it's got the 2 different sizes. It's got, if I click on this and zoom in, you know, it's the one that I have now that I just made with that little 1 inch guide is actually in between the 2, because mine is 2 5/8 inch wide, but mine is only 3/8 of an inch from peak to valley, where theirs is a 1/2 inch. You know, you see here, peak to valley. These are just those lines if you want to echo like a 1/4 inch away or a 1/2 inch away. So you're looking at here to here is a 1/2 inch, where on mine it's 3/8 of an inch. So they're very similar. Now this one is also a 1/2 inch from peak to valley, but it's wider. It's 3 inches wide. Mine is 2 5/8 from, peak to peak. Now this one being 3 inches, my 1 inch echo guide will fit good in there. So I'm going to have a lot of options. So I'll be getting that in a couple days, and so then I'll show you it when I get it, and I'll go over how I drew my lines and whatnot also in the next video. So I think, because I've been playing around with it with this echo guide, I think I kind of like it. I go back to my needle here. And this whole thing, this whole sample here, I used this 3/4 inch foot, but I stayed a 1/4 inch away. And it was a lot easier because this small guide fills up this without overlapping, because this one was just too big. You know, even though it hugged it perfectly, it was too hard to use. And I think on this section now over here is where I did use this, and you could see I went off. I was getting all confused. It just was hard. And then this bottom one I kind of messed it up because I was running out of space here, because this is just scrap fabric. But When I get that other ruler, I'm gonna put on a real big piece of scrap fabric and practice and see. I'll have 3 sizes now to choose from with serpentines. And I'll have, you know, the 2 different ways of drawing it and everything. So, yeah, it's going to be good. So stay tuned for that video. I think this is the way I'm going to go. Either this or I'll fix my stencil. But I don't like that dust. I'm really trying to get away from it and depend more on my freehand work. So, all right, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.